Welcome to the engine yard at Kingsport, New York, which serves the Penn Central and my freelanced Kingsport and Western Railroad. Those of you who have seen some of my videos probably recognize that diesel idling sound effect that you're hearing. I got it off of iTunes and I've used it before, but it's a good sound effect and seems especially appropriate to use while rail fanning around an engine yard. So here we have it, plenty of Penn Central power in the foreground, and in the back you can see the blue nose of a Kingsport and Western F7A. Safety is a primary concern here at the engine yard. Well, don't worry about him, folks. He's okay. He'll get up in a couple of minutes. Well, in today's video we're going to focus on locomotives leaving and entering the engine yard. First called up is this consist of GE U-boats. The first one, 6533, is a U-28C, followed by 6554, a U-33C, heading out to pick up a train with heavy tonnage. These 64.5-foot long locomotives are rated at 2,800 horsepower. I've recently started cataloging my locomotive roster on these index cards. Each card has a photograph of the locomotive and pertinent information and data, and also a description of how the locomotive is used on my Kingsport division. Here's an example. I run these GP38-2s together all the time, so they're featured on one card. But you can see some of the data below and information about assignments for these locomotives on my layout. Back to the engine yard. The sanding track is now empty after the two U-boats have left, and those GP38-2s I mentioned earlier are in the right engine stall of the engine house. They're going to come out and they're going to occupy the sanding track. As the card notes, both of these units boast 2,000 horsepower, and unit number 8038 wears the rare orange C PC logo scheme. Next up is GP38 number 7692, which, as the card notes, is often run in consist with GP38-2 8045. It's on the ready track and coming out. Now passing KP Tower and heading towards the departure track in Williams Yard. The next locomotive we'll see is a sentimental favorite on the Kingsport division. This F7 was originally a Tyco unit that was painted green as a Penn Central unit. I had it since I was 11 years old. I painted it black and applied the PC decals and removed the motor, so it's a dummy that I run with an RS-D12. Our units, presumably having been disconnected from a train in Williams Yard and now returning to the engine house, cross Ulster Avenue and continue on their way towards Kingsport Tower and the engine house. Here we get the classic rail fan shot on the tripod where we swing around and just don't quite nail the shot with both locomotives. And then we watch them head towards the engine house. Our last bit of action for today is to watch a pair of Kingsport and Western F7s leaving the engine house and heading towards Williams Yard, where they're going to pick up a short freight of company boxcars. Heading past Kingsport Tower. The locomotives slow down to cross over to the next track. and later, once they've secured their train, they pull out of town. Well, that's it for this operational snippet. As always, thank you very much for watching.